Noli, can you give us an example of a curriculum that you've introduced into schools?
Yeah, sure. One thing that a lot of teachers are facing right now is pressure to perform on the standardized tests. So when you approach a teacher and say, let's start teaching in the school garden and let's start spending time outside and on farm field trips, a lot of times teachers feel overwhelmed because they're already under so much pressure to teach specific things for the standardized tests that they go for. So one thing that we've realized in the course of this last 3 years is that everything can be taught through the lens of food and agriculture, and most subjects can be taught outside in a really hands-on way that students learn from and remember. And one example of that is our pizza garden. This is a curriculum that we do with middle school students, and out in the school gardens we'll have a big round shaped garden bed, and the students work with arcs and tangents and pie, and they divide up that circle into triangles, into kind of pizza wedges, and then they do a garden design and figure out what they want to grow in each of those wedges for a pizza that will make the following year. And they go out and they plant, first of all they lay out the beds, and then they plant in the beds, and then they harvest, and then they make a pizza that gets shared with the school. And that is a way that students can see math come to life. So equations that they've learned in a classroom that sometimes feel like they're out of touch with things that they do every day, they can find a really practical use for, and that helps students really learn the concepts. And it's exciting for teachers to teach them in a different kind of way. And that's just one example. There's so many wonderful curricular resources out there that people have developed around farm to school, and putting those to use in the classroom has been a really great and successful part of our
So
program.
what are there's 4 kind of components of this whole project, and can you tell everybody out there what those are?
Sure, yeah. So the 4 major program pieces of Island Grown Schools are the school gardens, classroom curriculum, work in the cafeteria around local food, and farm field trips is the 4th component.
So can you expand on farm field trips?
We really see Island Grown Schools as a project that's trying to grow the next generation of vineyarders to be really connected to our local food system and to be empowered to make healthy eating choices, and also to become the next generation of farmers that we need to have a really vibrant agricultural future on the island. And a piece of that is actually getting the kids out onto the farms to get to know farmers and to see farming as a profession to aspire to, just like becoming a doctor or lawyer, that being a farmer is something that's really noble and has so much value for the community. So doing farm field trips is our way of getting kids in touch with the farm families now and getting that perspective on farming as a profession.
So education is a key factor in all of this.
Yeah, I think that's right. We've come to feel like the real basis of any kind of buy local program or eat local program is work in the schools, because we've got to teach the next generation how to grow food and how to eat right. And it's really doable. I feel like it's a new perspective on thinking about schools for me. What do we really want our kids to learn about in their education? And for me, learning about how to be healthy and how to give back to their community and how to help provide for self-sufficiency, those are the things that I want my son to learn as he grows up. So it's a real honor for us to be able to do this kind of work in our schools.
That's great. I also think that our young chefs...
That's right, and here at our regional high school there is a culinary arts program, and one of the things that we've done with the culinary students is bring in chefs like Chandler who know about using local ingredients and really value the use of local ingredients. They come in and work with the kids and develop a special menu, and we sell tickets to a dinner, and the visiting chef works with the kids to prepare that food, and all the money that we raise from those dinners go back into the culinary program so that they can buy more local food. And that's a great experience for the kids. We also take them out gleaning with us, so they get to go out to the farm, pick the food for free, and bring it back to their classrooms. And it's exciting for them to see where food comes from, especially when we did a potato glean last year. The kids were like, this is a potato plant? This is how a potato grows? And that was really fun to share with them. And it gives them a different feeling towards the food that they prepare.
So Noli, can you tell me how people are able to support IGI?
Yeah,
And that's
thanks
a
for
real
asking.
challenge for a lot of farm to school programs. How do you support the work that you do? And we have done it through a bunch of different means, through individual donor outreach and grant writing. People can donate to us on our website, islandgrown.org. But we've also done some more unusual things. We make t-shirts, these t-shirts that we sell, buy local, keeping it real. And we also have a partnership with a restaurant on the island that serves a lot of local food called State Road Restaurant. They do fundraising dinners for us that have been really successful. And they also make chocolate bars. And they made a chocolate bar
Can you show everybody?
for Island Grown schools. It's called the Island Grown Bar, and it's really delicious. It's dark chocolate with dried blueberries and sea salt and cocoa nibs.
Man.
And they have a little blurb about Island Grown schools on the back, and it has our web address. And so it's a way for us to spread the word about our program, and the proceeds from this chocolate bar all go to support us. And this has been, you know, there's a lot of ways to come up with fundraising ideas, and this one has been really, really fun and delicious.
Well, you know, you can't go wrong with chocolate. All right, Noli, can you tell everybody what you do?
You bet. I keep it real, local.
That's what I'm talking about, keeping it real local. We'll see you next time.